Have you ever looked in the mirror, maybe recently, and felt like your body was letting you down and you didn't like what you were seeing? And that no matter how much you tried, loving your body just seemed impossible? If we're just meeting, I'm Jennifer Joy Jimenez. I'm the co-founder of the Brave Thinking Institute and the director of our Health and Wellbeing Division. And my mission is to help women just like you reclaim your confidence, your joy, your vibrant health, your radiant sensuality and femininity through powerful mind, body, spirit wellness practices. And today I'm going to share how I learned to love my body and help teach thousands of women like you to love their bodies, even when it felt impossible. And I'm going to be giving you 3 powerful tools that just take minutes that you can start using today. So I personally know how hard and painful it can be to embrace your body, especially when we're constantly being bombarded with messages from the media and society about how we're supposed to look and how you don't measure up. But here's the truth. Learning to love your body is possible, and it actually starts with small, intentional steps. Now, like I said, I've guided thousands of women through this journey. I've lived it myself, so let me give you a few little insights into this now. There was a time in my life, really in my early 20s and early 30s, where I couldn't stand to look at myself in the mirror, and it really had nothing to do with what I weighed or how in shape or out of shape I was. I just felt disconnected. I felt frustrated, and like nothing I did to shift my body measured up or was enough. And I did everything I could to fix my body. I spent hours in the gym. I had the no pain, no gain mentality. I starved myself. I overtrained myself. And really, I was in what I call body abuse mode. And it wasn't until I discovered 3 life-changing practices, among others, but these 3 that I'm going to share with you today, that really began the process of me shifting out of being a body abuser into what I call being a body lover, where I began to embrace and love my body from the inside out. That has led me to today, almost 50 years old. I'm in that 50th year, where I feel the most energized, the most vibrant, the most on purpose than I've ever felt in my life. And that's the goal, to continue to go through the decades of my life where I have the energy to do all the things that I would love to do. And I know that that's what you would love as well. So 3 steps to loving your body. Step number 1 is to reframe your inner dialogue. Now, you want to first and foremost listen to how you're speaking to yourself. Most of us are focused on what we don't like, but I want you to flip that. I want you to start noticing if you're saying things in the mirror like, look at how fat you are, or you need to lay off the XYZ, or you need to work out more, and just focus on your outer appearance. And I want you to start speaking to yourself. You want to start speaking to yourself with compassion. So instead of saying, oh, look at all this around my stomach, you can simply hold your belly and say, my body deserves to be spoken to with love and care. I'm going to speak to my body today the way I would speak about the body of my dearest friend or my closest loved one. You would never say something mean to somebody you love about their body. You would actually be their defender. So you can turn down the volume on the voice of the inner critic and turn up the volume of the voice of your dearest friend, and treat yourself that way. Step number 2 is to move for joy, not for punishment. So many clients, when they first start working with me in the transformational work that I do in the Vibrant Healthy Woman coaching program and other programs that I deliver, when they begin, they tell me how they're just going through the motions. They're just trying to track 5,000 or 10,000 steps, and it's just become mundane and like a chore. Or they go to the gym to try to track how many calories to burn, and it feels depleting. It feels tiring. And at the end of the day, They're just totally burned out. They're not feeling this sense of vitality and joy. And so when you begin to ask yourself, okay, what kind of movement do I love? And what can I do today to move in ways that are going to recharge my battery versus discharge and de-energize me, right? So it could be dancing, it could be moving, it could be just a simple walk with your pet, it could be connecting with nature. What are the things that you love to do, and begin to move for joy, not punishment. And the third practice is super important, and this is one I've been practicing now for a few decades, and it has completely transformed my life, and it is to start a daily affirmations and journaling practice. Now, this may be something that you're already doing, so what I would encourage you to do is add a dialogue between you and what I like to call your body wisdom. If you begin to speak to your body, guess what? Your body's actually listening to you and responding to the words that you're saying, just like a toddler. If you constantly berated a toddler, how do you think that toddler would feel in about a week? Our body is very much like that. It's responding to the messages that we're giving. So if you wake up each morning and write down at least 3 things that you appreciate about your body, versus waking up and getting out of the shower and saying 3 things subconsciously or unconsciously that you hate about your body, it's going to immediately create a very positive effect. Now, it might seem small, but if you were to write down 3 things that you appreciate and then say an affirmation like, I am grateful for my body, for it allows me to experience this beautiful life around me, then this practice can help really start shifting your mindset from criticism to gratitude. So to quickly recap, your 3 secret tools are: reframe your inner dialogue to one of positivity, move for joy, not punishment, and start a daily journaling and affirmation practice. And these simple tools might seem simple, but they are incredibly effective in helping you fall in love with the body that you currently have. They've transformed my life. They've transformed the lives of the clients all over the world that I've served and supported. And I know that if you will just leave a corner of your mind open to implementing these for yourself, it can truly transform your life as well. Now, I also have a free gift called the Confidence Kit. There's a guided self-love meditation. There's an ebook with 3 5-minute practices that will help you fall in love with your body even more and boost up your energy and your confidence. So click below this video. Please also leave me a comment. What's one way that you know you can appreciate and love your body more? I'd love for us to share in this messaging together. And if this video was helpful, make sure to give it a like, share it with somebody that you know will love it. And if you're new to the community, I invite you to subscribe, turn on notifications so you can get access to these weekly videos. And until next time, make it a vibrant, healthy, joyful day. I'll see you soon.